everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and once again we're here with Dan Priest with Priest Insurance for Insurance Talk. Dan, insurance is changing. We're always talking about home insurance and boat insurance, but we hadn't covered car insurance, and there's been some changes with it, or pricing.
Yeah, you know, we've talked a little bit about car insurance and coverages and that kind of thing, but right now, auto insurance seems to be on everybody's brainwave because it's hitting everybody's automatic bank draft every month, and it seems to be going up. There's a lot of things affecting the auto insurance market. I was actually reading an article the other day talking about the average cost of car insurance. And per vehicle, it's about $212 a month per car to carry car insurance, which is representing around 3.5–4% of the average household income per car. That's a
lot.
That's a bunch. So
that's per car.
Yeah. That's
so for me, I've got two vehicles. That's $400 and some.
Right. On average.
Yeah.
So there are reasons that it's more or less, and you know we can talk about that. And
age of the car, age of the driver. I've got commercial insurance on my truck, and Chris's.
Yes, there are several factors. There is the type of car, because you say age of the car. You know, people say, "Oh, my car's old; it shouldn't cost me any less." And to some degree, that's true. But there's different components of the auto insurance policy. There's the liability section. Whether you're driving a 1975 Dodge truck,
right,
or a brand new one, if you hit somebody, the cost of litigation and the cost of repairing that vehicle is the same. So that has no bearing on the age of your car. Also, let's say you have a 10-year-old truck, okay, and the value of that's down. My truck's getting older, right? The cost to repair it hadn't, because it still costs labor. You still got to buy the part. So whether it's 10 years old or not, yes, it does in the event it's totaled. That would be a different payout. So there has been a lot of things that have affected car insurance, and you know, since 2019, since COVID began, I think we can all recognize that was the beginning of an inflationary cycle that we saw. Where
on everything,
including not just the replacement cost of a vehicle. So
even a new vehicle.
Yeah. So okay, let's use my truck. My truck, I bought it in 2019 before all that started. And it's just a truck, $36,000 drive out, right? 2 years later, my truck with 40,000 miles on it was worth 47.
Mm-hmm.
So
and a dealership probably called you and asked you if you wanted
to sell. They were trying to sell it, right?
Yeah.
So an insurance company, I'm not, nobody likes them. Nobody likes the insurance companies, and it's just it's a tough relationship. But they had this rate that they were charging when a cost to replace that vehicle, or cost to repair that vehicle, was based on current wage rates at the time, current replacement costs at the time, car parts at the time. And then a year and a half, 2 years later,
all that's changed.
All that's changed, and they're still getting the same rate. So this storm occurred. And so insurance companies, and this is just one factor, okay? They've been playing catch up with the cost to repair a vehicle, the cost of the labor cost to repair a vehicle, and the cost and labor changing. Not to mention that litigation is still an issue, and the cost to litigate is still important. That's part of what your car insurance does. It pays for the attorney that defends you in the event you get into an accident and hurt somebody. So there's a whole bunch going on there. We have had some great luck in helping people out with auto insurance, specifically over the past 5 or 6 months. And so that's a good thing. It's time to re-examine each of your coverages. Don't have duplications of coverage. People look at your own and think about your own auto insurance, and most people carry a $500 deductible, right? Well, how long have you had that? Probably for the past 15 years. And $500 15 years ago
was a lot.
Had a different value than $500 now. So in effect, you may have, from a purchasing power standpoint, a $250 deductible. So while your deductible still looks the same, it's actually gotten smaller, which is also contributing to a higher cost because your self-retained limit is smaller. So you're going to need to look at to keep in place with things. And if you're like me, $500 is just as hard to come up with now as it was 15 years ago. But we all need to be looking at changes those deductibles, changing those self-retained limits, re-examining the liability coverage in our car, determining whether we need medical coverage or PIP, really looking at our rental. Oftentimes we have houses that have 4 cars and only 2 drivers, and like, you got a rental. Maybe that's a way that you can absorb that, because rental costs, the cost of that coverage has gone up because the cost of rental cars has gone up. If you're going to have rental car coverage, don't have $25 a day because it takes 40 or 50. That's a good way to get mad at your insurance company. The same thing for towing. So there's a bunch going on with auto insurance. Contact us about that.
So it's
we
like,
can help you.
it's getting to like home insurance. You really need to sit down once a year or every 2 years on it and look at it and see where you stand and what you can change to maybe better it.
Everyone should always do a review, but one of the things I want to encourage you to do is to talk to a professional, because the Texas law only requires you to have basic liability coverage, which an easy way to explain that is you must maintain $25,000 in coverage for the car that you hit.
Right.
$25,000 isn't a lot of money. Don't hit a new Honda Civic.
Right.
Which is more than that. So you're suddenly facing a litigation suit, or you're going to be on the hook for that difference in money. It only costs maybe $5 every 6 months, or $10 every 6 months to raise that limit to even $50,000, which covers a broader range of vehicles. Don't try to do this on your own. Talk to somebody, and because we can help you get the right value for your coverage. And
for what you want,
for what you really
what you can need.
Yeah, matching what you need and what can fit your budget too. So
great. Well, if people want to get hold of you and talk to one of your fine employees,
they're good.
One of the girls at the office, what's the best way to get hold of you?
Call us, 409-755-7600, priestinsuranceragency.com. They're all the time. They think they live there.
Do you feed them there?
Sometimes, yeah.
I was going to say, sometimes you do. I fed Rachel yesterday.
I think they're getting burgers next week is what they've asked for.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to head on out. We do this show every Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. where we talk insurance, and typically it's going to have something to pertain with the coastal region of Texas. So we're going to head on out. Remember, you can see Bolivar Live on our social media channels, but the best way to see us is on YouTube at youtube.com/@Bolivar Live, or Bolivar Live on Roku and Amazon Fire, and BolivarLiveTV.com. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye. Priest Insurance Agency has been located in the heart of Lumberton, Texas since 2001, providing a consultative approach and educating customers on how their insurance works for them throughout the coastal region of Texas. Priest Insurance specializes in the coastal region of Texas, covering home, auto, business, and recreational insurance. With ties to the coastal communities, Dan Priest has had the sand between his toes since 1972, with a home on Bolivar Peninsula in Galveston County. He survived a storm named Ike, but lost his home. With insurance coverage, his family was able to rebuild following the 2008 storm and continues to make memories beachfront. Priest Insurance specializes in the coastal communities, family dwellings, investment property, and business insurance. They've been there. Whether you're looking for or have a family retreat along the Texas coast, investment property, or a business, Priest Insurance would be honored to work with you and your family to make sure you're covered anytime trouble arises. For more information on Priest Insurance and their contact information, please visit their website at www.priestinsuranceragency.com, or their office is open for phone calls with questions and consultation Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. by calling 409-755-7600. Priest Insurance Agency, working and educating customers, making sure they understand and have the coverage they deserve.